The Bitcoin price continues to move here to the upside, but there is one huge mistake that a lot of long-term holders do over time because they simply don't know about it. And I want to show you what that mistake exactly is, and of course where the Bitcoin price is going over the next couple hours and potential days. So definitely stick around here. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these really important updates. And first of all, I want to give you guys a big shout out. Thank you so much for watching the last couple of days. My videos, my views are going up like crazy. I really appreciate it. That would be not possible without you guys, so thank you so much for that. So now let's get here into today's content. Here on the CME chart, I wanted to point out that after the CME chart yesterday evening resumed trading, the CME gap got not filled. It is still there. I saw people on Twitter writing, oh, the CME gap got filled. No, it got not filled. It's still there. You can see it clearly as day and night. Maybe on the daily chart, I don't know. No, not even on the daily chart, you know. So it doesn't matter where you look, the gap is there, you know. So, and the gap is from $34,890 all the way up to like $35,050. So it's not a massive gap. It's like $150. But again, no, usually we tend to come back to fill these gaps by Monday or Tuesday. So Monday is now already, we are half through the Monday. If we are still going to see this today, I'm not so sure because Bitcoin is acting quite bullish right now. It could be that we see this tomorrow unfolding, but also tomorrow normally is, when we are looking over the last couple of weeks, was not a huge down day for Bitcoin. So we have to see and wait. Could also happen, of course, Wednesday or Tuesday, Thursday. Who knows, you know, so, but I believe we will come back and fill this gap here. Just something that I wanted to point out. Then when we are moving on here on the lower time frames, on the 15 minutes, there you see actually now how bullish Bitcoin is. So since yesterday, when, this morning, this early morning, since we came back here into, again, the top of the range, we immediately bounce back out of it and have here an insane upward sloping trend line that the Bitcoin price is following for now and is climbing higher and higher. So now we're actually above $35,240. And remember, guys, I told you when we are above $35,200 and we have a 30 minutes close or a 1 hourly close above that, that's where we're going to open a new position. And we just got that. So I keep my word, guys. I'm opening now a position on Bitcoin. Yes, so I do this live here with you guys. Oh shit, I need to go to Bitcoin. Here, Bitcoin, not do 100x, let's do 25. And I want to do it with $20,000, target 37,400. Yep, that sounds all right. So, and then 34,900 as my stop loss. I actually don't like that. Let's make it, that is better. And there we go. So I just opened a $560,000 position here on Bitcoin, slightly in a profit right now. Let's see how this is going to work out. So, but I did it live here, guys. Like in 40 minutes or something, if we are still around the same prices when the video will come out, you can also still open that position here. Now here on the 30 minutes chart, what most likely is going to happen is that Bitcoin will rally up here to this upward sloping support resistance flip line. So right now it's resistance. So, and that is around $35,700. Once we are getting there, I'm gonna set my stop loss more or less at the level where we are at right now. So that way I make sure if the price comes back down and gets rejected from here, that I will not basically be in a loss if we reverse from there to the downside and continue to go lower. So that's how I'm gonna protect myself to not have a loss on that specific position. So, but for now we are rallying here to the upside. The position is now $400, almost $500 in a profit. So really nice. I still have here the Ripple position going with $7,600 and the Tomo position that I opened earlier, slightly in a loss. So these are the positions that I'm holding for now. And guys, don't forget, if you want to learn how to properly trade and want to make this a side hustle or also your profession, go to amcrypto.us. I have one of the best programs in the world out there. You can decide which one is best suited for you. If you want to learn by yourself, if you want to do it with the help of my team, that they are supporting you through the learning process, or directly with me one-on-one, that's absolutely up to you. Go in the description of the video or in the pinned comment below. There is the link directly to my program. So definitely check that out. Now here on the 4-hourly chart, when we're looking at here, we see now basically unfolding what I told you guys is most likely going to happen. I told you the liquidity to grab is to the upside. It's easier to grab this liquidity, the upside liquidity, than the downside liquidity. And if you remember, I told you, once we have grabbed the upside liquidity, then I believe we will come down and grab everybody all the way down to like $32,000. That means to the upside, we are liquidating all the over-leveraged short positions, and to the downside, they're going to liquidate all the over-leveraged long positions. And you can see here how nicely they cleaned up here already the area that we are trading in. Also on the VPVR, it was a key area that we always bounced off, and that was this one here. And this area starts at 33,300 all the way up to 34,800-ish. So that is acting right now as strong support for the Bitcoin price. As long as that area is not broken, we should not get concerned. If that area gets broken, then you see there is a huge void and a lot of liquidity to grab. This will be then a really fast accelerated move to the downside to like $32,000 once we see this happening. Here with the bull pennant, the target still remains here $39,400, almost $500. We need to see here a nice push to the upside to get more confirmation that we actually will see this target here unfolding. Otherwise, if we continue to go here to chop sideways, I think the chances are increasing then more and more that we are at some point will break to the downside. Because if we chop to the side for a really long period with no clear direction to go to the upside or to the downside, so at some point the price makes a decision where to go. And because we are trying to break here higher and higher and we are failing to do so, most likely then the path of least resistance will be to the downside. And that's why I would like to see by today or tomorrow that we are trading above $36,000 to get a little bit more confirmation here in the market. So above $35,800, above here that previous high, or even here this one at 36. So this here would be the best case scenario. This would be a scenario where I say, okay, I can, you can live with that, so in that kind of scenario. Also, guys, before I forget, if you want to trade with me together, then do this on a BYBIT or on BITGET. On both exchanges, you still get for signing up $30,000 absolutely for free. And on BITGET, you actually get now also 20% on top of the amount that you are depositing. So if you deposit $1,000, they credit you an extra $200. But you cannot withdraw it. It's only for trading. So just that you know. So, but definitely take advantage of that. You get these bonuses only with my links here. And BitGet is right now really, really interesting for everybody that's in the UK and cannot use BYBIT anymore. There you go. Just use BitGet. So, and you see mainly I trade on BYBIT, but I actually going to send some funds today or tomorrow to BitGet to also start trading over there. Now here on the weekly chart, really quick, I want to show you something. And here also in a second, I'm going to show you the big mistake that a lot of long-term holders are making that I was talking about in the beginning. I told you guys, if we close the candle here, this candle, as it is, or as it was yesterday when I was talking about, and it closed exactly in that fashion. Most likely this week we're going to see continuation, and you could have entered already here $400 beneath the price where it is right now into a long position. Because I told you, if we see the next weekly candle starting out in green, the next week will be most likely also green. And here on this weekly chart, you see we have here also a clean resistance area around $37,000, $37,290, $37,920. That is the next resistance for Bitcoin. It is not a really big one because the major one is here at $42,000. But I would still pay attention to that because I believe we're going to see a strong rejection also from this area back to like 35, 34, 800 again. And then with the second attempt, we're actually going to break through it. Or we see something crazy, which we haven't seen for like 2 weeks. That we saw it the last time. That we get here another candle like this, where we just keep ripping and ripping and ripping like there is no tomorrow. I want to show you a mistake that a lot of people make as long-term holders, and I want you to avoid to make this mistake and actually show you how you properly use this indicator. The indicator that I want to show you is the hash ribbon, as you can see here. So the hash ribbon is showing you when miners, the Bitcoin miners, are capitulating or when they are basically sitting on their Bitcoins and creating, so depending on what they are doing, then either a capitulation, so that's when they're selling a lot, or when they start to hold, then we get here these buy signals, and that basically means they are selling less. So and every time when we get these signals, they are, funny enough, coinciding with the local bottom of the market. So I want to show you here, in August, 1st of August 2016, that was just after the halving, we got just after the halving a buy signal, and then we got a 1 year long, over a 1 year long bull run, and then we got the next buy signal in December 2018, last day of 2018, then here in 23rd December 2019. Oh, actually here we also got one. I overlooked that one all the way down here in the COVID, just after the COVID drop. So here in April, end of April. So there we got one, and then we got another one in July 2020 and another one in December 2020, and then one in summer 2021. And then here the last two, one was in January this year, and the other one was in August this year. And when you look at this chart, you see every time when we got this buy signal on a weekly scale, that was the perfect moment to buy and to add to your long-term holdings for Bitcoin. So it doesn't matter, okay, if you would have bought in the last bull run up here, you would be now down. So you would be like 30% down, more or less. So, but besides that one, all the other previous one, you would be in a profit, no matter where you'd have bought. And I know a lot of you guys start to FOMO in right now and think, oh, I have to buy now, I'm gonna miss it, I'm gonna miss it, I'm gonna miss it. Yes, you can buy right now if you want. It's not a bad moment to buy, in my opinion. But the next best buying opportunity as a long-term holder could potentially be in 6 months, more or less, around the halving, because every time when we went into a halving, after the halving itself, we got a small correction in Bitcoin, and that could coincide again with a buy signal on the hash ribbons. And that could be, if you are thinking a year, 2 years down the line where you want to sell, maybe 5 years, then it doesn't matter to wait 6 months to get the next buy signal. Yes, maybe you miss out on temporary profits of like 50%, 100% on Bitcoin, but only if you would realize them. If you just want to keep adding to your long-term bag for the next 2-3 years and sell it at the top of the next bull market and be done with it, it does not matter. You don't want to buy them now. You want to wait for the next buy signal on the hash ribbons. But again, right now, I believe it's not a bad moment to buy as long as we are staying under $37,500. I would consider adding to my long-term bags on a monthly base, a weekly base, whatever is best for you. I actually forgot to talk about the one chart, and then I'll let you guys go. Where did I put this one? On this 12-hourly chart, that is actually also the chart that I have shown you in the thumbnail. So here on this 12-hourly chart, you can see that the price action is above the EMA ribbon. And what I want to show you guys is that at some point, the price action will eat into the ribbon. It doesn't mean that we're going to see something like this with the price. But what it means is that Bitcoin gets a proper retest of the EMA ribbon, will stay in the top area of the ribbon a little bit, and most likely then bounce back out to the upside. So, and we have not seen this yet. We are getting close. We retested the EMA ribbon yesterday with that drop here to the downside, but we have not seen here this proper move into the ribbon to test the support and see that move out of it. So I want to show it to you here in the past. So of course here we did not get continuation. Let me see if I find one with continuation. Because normally the price action moves in waves on the EMA ribbon. So you see here we got an initial pump, then we got close to the EMA ribbon, we dipped into it, we came up again, then we were eating into it, came up again, and then we started to correct. So, but here, this kind of move, that is what I want to see for Bitcoin to establish that we are in a really, really healthy uptrend. And I don't want to see the price moving too far away from the EMA ribbon, because that opens us up for bigger corrections to the downside. The further we go away from something like a moving average or the EMA ribbons, the more likely it is that the price action will return really quickly back to these indicators to test them. And here you can see I've outlined the trade that I'm trading right now here already. If I trade this to the technical target of that bull pennant here on the 12-hourly chart, the target would be $40,060. That is almost 14%, 25x leverage. That's like 350%. That I can potentially make here on that specific trade. And yeah, if it goes to the downside, I will lose like 30%. Yes, like 30%. So, but the upside is so big that it makes definitely sense to take this trade. Its risk to reward ratio is 1 to 8.68. That is definitely worth taking. And for now, I see Bitcoin continuing to the upside. Unless we are losing $34,800, no real reason for concern. Guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.